Mhm. Mm. Are you thinking about writing a book? You have loads of questions. Well, you're in the right place to have 3 of them answered in this video. My name is Sigrid Cast, high impact, high profit book writing, publishing, and marketing specialist. Now, if you get my help to write a marketing optimized book, you will not need to hide away on a deserted island to write like the movies tell you to. In my approach to book writing, I draw on my personal experience. I've written 3 #1 bestsellers. I emphasize a streamlined and focused process that gets you the results you want writing your book. Now, loads of people have questions around writing a book, and a lot of questions are similar or the same, but then there are also very different ones. So I encourage you watching this video, leave your questions below, and I will answer them when I see them. For today, for this video, I have 3 questions that I'm going to answer. #1 is, what comes first? Lots of people say, where do I start? How do I start? What do I need? What comes first was a very different type of that scenario question. So here we go. Let me answer that question. What comes first? Planning, analyzing, digging deep into what is it you want to achieve by having that book. What do you want to do with that book? What do you want the book to do for you? Often the advice is given, just start writing just a bit every day, and when you feel you're ready, you put it all together. Some people like to do mind mapping or put post-it notes onto the wall, collating content that they've already written, all different ways, and all ways to, sure, bring your book, your manuscript together. But what comes first is the planning. And in working with me, we talk about plan to expire and what inspire. Plan to inspire. And what I mean by that is very simple. We need to know, where's the baseline? Where do you start and where do you finish the book? And in order to determine that, we look at what this book is going to do for you, how you're going to use it, who will be reading it, what is it they want to read about, and then we can narrow in and really create the framework. And once you have the framework, then you can put all your content together and get your book done really focused and fast. So that is the answer to the first question, what comes first? The second question for today is, do I have to write it myself? Lots of people ask about, do I do ghostwriting, or they're looking for ghostwriters. Look, that is one way of doing it, and all the celebrities, all the politicians, all of the people out there, public standing, do have ghostwriters. They don't make the time, sit down and write for themselves. But I encourage you, write the book yourself. You don't have to write it. You can speak it. Just like I am doing this video now, you can do the same. You bring your content for your book together. And that works really well when you started with that planning at the beginning and you have the framework of all your chapters ready. All you need to do then is speak the content. You have it as video, you have it as audio, and you simply transcribe it into your manuscript. Quick and easy. And it's going to be your words, and it's going to be your personality in your book. If I'm reading a book that you wrote, I want to know, who are you? Who's this person? I know all the personalities out there the people that are already well known, their ghostwriters wrote the book as close as possible to who they are. But it is still not the same. If you write a book, I write a book, I want to know who you are, and I want to read that on the pages of your book very clearly. So do speak it. Now, if you feel that you freeze up in front of the camera, and I know people do that, absolutely no problem, here's what the tip is. Get someone to interview you. So if I have a client who would like to do that, but they want to speed up their manuscript, their writing, and they don't want to do the typing, we do an interview style session. We have mapped out the book. We know what goes into each chapter. We pick a chapter, we subdivide it, and then I ask questions around those sections that need to go in there. Now, what that does is, first of all, it puts your focus on exactly your expertise. You putting that in there. The focus on your story that you want to tell, the wisdom that you have acquired. Secondly, your energy, your excitement comes out of you. You're telling me, you're telling somebody, just like you would every day when you're talking to clients. So all of that comes out of you and onto the page. And you are being triggered into thinking more and very clearly what you want to say about that particular section in your book. That is how wonderful it is to record your book. So do it with somebody, and you're getting that distance from not feeling that you don't know what to say and you're stuck all of a sudden because it's only you in front of the camera. That is answering question number 2. Number 3 is, how do I use a book to sell other things that I do? Great question, as were the first 2. So this question is directly related to what comes first. In the first instance, we're taking a really close look at all parts of your business. So you want to tell your story, you want to share your wisdom, your expertise, your knowledge. You want to have others know what you know, how they can do things maybe better or easier or whatever it is that the book is about. And of course, you also want to say, here is what I sell, here are other things, if that is one part of it. Now, there is no one size fits all. The key is truly in the beginning. The first thing is to really dig into what it is you want to do. You want to sell other things with your book. We will need to build your book, to write your book and map out the chapters of your book in such a way that you will be able to achieve exactly that you are selling other things. Now, you might not mean actually to want to sell, hey, buy. Of course, you don't want to do that. You're going to want to roll out stories around the call to action for the reader to come and get something or look at something else that you offer, to go to a particular page, to go and watch a video somewhere, to take a course, to have a free gift, whatever it is, or to simply take them to a page on your website where you are offering other things, other services or products even. But it does need to be mapped out at the very beginning before you start writing, so that it can be nicely intertwined into all of your book. And those are the answers to those 3 questions today. Go back and listen to them again if you would like to get the details again. If you have any questions that are very different from these or any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will also put a contact link in there so that if you would like to ask me directly and personally on some things around your book, that you can feel free to do so. Sigrid de Cast, High Impact, High Profit, Book Writing, Publishing, and